All right, welcome to another great episode of MyProtein TV. I'm Konrad Sapielnikov.
And I'm Ralph Plum.
Hey, in today's show, we're gonna actually go over how to use coupons in your business. I mean, that's been such a hot topic lately with Groupon and a number of other sites that are popping up left and right.
Yeah. In our Lights On, Lights Off segment, we're going to talk about whether or not you should allow your employees to join your corporate strategy within the social media space. Do they get involved in your Facebook campaign or not?
Yeah, and then finally in the Get Off Your Ass section, we will look at testing a coupon strategy in your business. All right, Ralph, in our main section, let's look at coupons and using coupons. What are the three main strategies that how you can implement use of coupons with your business?
Well, the first one is a group buying offer, and I think that's the one people are most familiar with right now because it's a really timely topic. We've talked about Groupons on a previous episode here on MyProtein TV, and Groupons, it really was the starter of this whole concept. Now everyone's seeming to join the mix. You have Living Social, you have like Deal of the Day type sites. They're really good, and go back to previous episode, I think it was number 4 or number 5, where we talked about Groupons and whether or not they'd be good to your business. But group buying opportunities, whether or not you're gonna use them in your business, always think about the fact that a lot of times they'll bring a lot of sales in really quick at a discounted price. So if you have a product or service that it's an entry level, it's not really difficult to fulfill, and you can handle that surge in customers, and then you can upsell them or sell them other products, it might be right for you. However, if you have a very tough time fulfilling customers and you have a lot of fulfillment with every sale, it might not be the right product for you.
Yeah, I mean, the reason in my mind to use coupons is to get the customer in the door and then, make sure you have follow-up sales from there. So, if this is their first experience, especially coming through the door, but you want to make sure you have a strategy to, to keep that customer coming back, or otherwise that whole concept of coupons doesn't really make sense to me.
Yeah.
The other way of using coupons, and this is something that a growing area, very popular, is in your social media presence.
Sure.
So some companies will incentivize people to basically like their Facebook page, etc., in order to provide these types of discounts, and it does two things. It's social proof, right? It announces basically that people are engaging with you, with your company, with your content, and through social media, spreading that word. And then on the flip side, again, using of coupons, getting customers in the door, getting some activity going.
Yeah, and people have used it a lot on Twitter as well, where they will tweet out a particular coupon. Other way to do it, kind of in a similar fashion as like tweeting a coupon, is emailing coupons. So one of the ways that we've talked about on previous episodes, it's important to build your list. One of the ways that you can help build your list is promote on your site where you have an opt-in offer. Hey, join our email list for any valuable coupons or different information we will be able to provide for you. And you can deliver those coupons through your email. Does a couple things. One is, you can deliver coupons, but you can also send different content or different sales content within those emails. So it's a clever way to get people to join your list, to want to stay on your list, but then also being able to upsell them or cross-sell them into other products or services you may have in your email marketing campaign. All right, here in our Lights On, Lights Off segment today, we're gonna switch gears a little bit and we're gonna talk about whether or not you should allow your employees to join your social media strategy.
Yeah, it's a kind of an important topic, and I know something we wrestle in our business all the time. We have 25 employees, kind of making a decision. Okay, do you let your employees get involved? To what extent you let them get involved, etc. So, what are your thoughts, Ralph?
Well, first and foremost, I think, and we've talked about it before when we're thinking social media, is you need to have a clearly defined strategy, right? So you can't just open up the floodgates. And the biggest example I can give, and I see it all the time when I'm looking at social media strategies from different companies and their Facebook pages, if they have their employees who are posting on their pages, right? And it links to their personal profile, and they might be a position of power or maybe even sales reps, and then you can easily click on their profile and it's an open profile and there's pictures of them out boozing, doing stupid stuff, just really being very irresponsible. Well, how is that gonna make your company look? You gotta understand, that their personal profile information might be open to the public. And if people click off that and make the connection to your sales reps or any other person of power of authority within your company, it could lead to some kind of negative feedback within your social media profile.
Absolutely, and you know, one of the main things that you want to do is you want to, you know, start bringing it to attention to your employees. The fact that people do go on social media and will check out your company, will check out who you are, what you're all about. You know, it's just the human nature, that curiosity.
We do it with all our employees here. Sure.
Yeah, exactly. So you know, so you want to communicate the message to your employees, and then from there, basically build out a strategy. Okay, who are some of the effective people in your organization that can help promote the business, right? Who are the people that are excited about doing that? I think that part of it is, you know, very important. Is you want people who actually want to do that. If you're pushing it, well, it loses its credibility. It loses its, you know, natural you know, energy that social media has, right? So it has to be real. It has to be strategized at the same time.
Yeah. So what I would do, and this is what we do here, we have a few people. Obviously, the people that are in positions of power or, you know, management, they are obviously involved. But we also identify a few key people within our team that are pretty active within social media, meaning they get a lot of comments on their regular posts and such, so people are paying attention to what they're saying, which is very important. But then also, they have a very clean profile. Their profile isn't filled with everything they're doing on the weekends or whatever that might not be viewed as good by a lot of our customers. So it's important that you have a clear strategy, you know who's going to communicate, and then you can sit down and have the conversations. Okay, here's how we want to present ourselves within our social media strategy. Some companies want to be really humorous, others want to be really succinct, to the point, super professional. Make sure if you're allowing people to contribute, they understand what your stance is.
Absolutely, and a quick way to get started, you know, last point, is basically to allow some of your employees to, you know, either retweet or share your messages, the ones that you've created. You know, this way you have some level of kind of control of what's happening with the organization, right? But at the same time, you're leveraging the fact that they may have a, you know, large following or a large group of friends.
Definitely. So lights on, lights off. We have to make a decision here. Conrad, I'll leave this one up to you. I've pretty much talked 3/4 of the segment, so let's make the decision. What do you think?
I think it's definitely lights on for the overall concept of allowing your employees to contribute. Now, the important thing again is to communicate with your employees as to what type of messages you would like to get out there, and just basically having a framework of you know, how they get involved.
Now, and if you don't have any employees, this can hold true too to your family or friends that you actively try to engage within your social media profiles as well. So.
Yeah. And you know, we're talking about employees. Be mindful that, you know, you as a business owner, you know, people are scrutinizing what you are about as well, probably the most. So, you know, if you're setting bad example, right, on your social media accounts, well, guess what? Your employees are likely to follow the same type of messages.
Sure, certainly. So lights on, you know, with the caveat that make sure you just don't open up the floodgates to people that you can't, you know, effectively think will contribute positively to your social media profile. Okay, in our Get Off Your Ass segment, we're going to talk about getting your first coupon offer out there to your customers. Now, the first word of advice, the next product or service that you're looking to come out with is a great place to start. If you start with an existing product or service that has a set price point that either your customers are seeing or they know about, and then you discount it, they're going to expect that discount both on that product and products in the future, which could hurt buying decisions. Now, what I recommend, your next product or service, let's say you want to sell it for $97. Well, set the actual price at $127, $129 and give the coupon out for the difference. That way you can make sure you're setting the future product price in a creative fashion and people think they're getting a great deal or discount when in reality, you know, you're just getting the exact dollar amount you're looking for.
Yeah, the other example also is you can kind of take a look at your marketing budget, right, and see how much you're spending on the marketing and use some of that budget towards that discount, right? So you want to be aware of the numbers. I mean, sure. That's the bottom line. That's what we're getting at, because you don't want to be hurting your business by spending all this money, you know, or discounting your product by 50%, etc. All of a sudden, you can't pay your bills, yeah. Right? So there's different ways of approaching it, but you definitely want to go out there and try it out. I mean, I like your idea of going out there with a new product. I mean, you want to promote it anyway. It's a great way to bring in new customers into your funnel.
And the way I like to use it, you talked about bringing them into your funnel, but if you take your existing customers that already know and like you, you go out and you say, hey, I have a new product or service. here's a coupon for it and have a significant discount off the price. Like we talked about, in reality, it's the price you want to sell it for. However, you're going to build good credibility and good value with your existing customer base by giving them a great offer. And the reason why they're going to like that great offer and why it's so important is it'll allow them to stick with you in the future, and they'll pay attention to your future emails that you might be selling something else, you might be providing additional content for them. It keeps your email list actively engaged in what you're talking about and delivering to them.
Absolutely. So go out there to create your first coupon campaign, test it out and see how it works. You know, it may not work for every single business, but there's definitely, you know, there's definitely a reason why you see so many offers out there with different coupons, discount codes, etc. I mean, this strategy has been around for a long time. Now, you know, bring it into your small business.